One of the hardest things about working from home or taking an online class is the reality of having to motivate yourself. There's no teacher waiting for you, no classmates typing away next to you, no subtle accountability energy in the room. And I don't know about you, but body doubling really motivates me. Back in college, just being in the library surrounded by other stressed out students was enough to get me started. Now that I don't have that built in environment, I have to create it myself. I have to activate myself. For me, activation starts with setting the scene. I'll do almost anything to entice myself into my office. I'll grab my rose water facial spray, a quick spritz on my face. It smells fresh and calming, and just that tiny sensory moment helps me transition into work mode. Sometimes I will also light a candle. One of my favorite candles is one that a friend made me. So it carries that extra layer of warmth and intentionality. The glow, the scent, even the small sense of responsibility that I can't just leave it burning unattended keeps me grounded here. It's like my brain goes, okay, we're doing this. I think of this as self-regulation through sensory activation. Before I even ask myself to focus, I help my body feel safe, cozy, and ready. So I go through all five senses. Sight, I clear off my desk so I'm not visually overwhelmed. Sound, I put on some lo-fi beats. Lately, I've been loving the No AI Lo-Fi channel with a cute puppy in the corner. Touch, I will have a soft sweater or fleece or scarf that helps me feel comforted and grounded. Smell, candles or sprays bring warmth and familiarity. And then taste, I make myself a little treat, tea, coffee, or something refreshing. In the summer, that's iced raspberry hibiscus tea. In the winter, maybe a bright herbal blend. When I hit all five senses, my nervous system relaxes, and then I can start to focus. That's the foundation of self regulation, creating conditions where your brain feels safe enough to activate. And if you struggle with this too, here's something to remember: you're not lazy. Struggling to start doesn't mean you don't care. It means your brain is asking for support. Activation isn't a personality flaw, it's a skill that takes awareness and practice. Once my space is ready, I open up all the browsers and tabs I'll need so that when I sit down, I've already removed as many friction points as possible. Now, if you're like me, the idea of sitting still for 5 hours straight sounds impossible. So here's a trick. I pair my work with laundry. It gives me built-in breaks, natural short bursts of movement that keep my energy regulated. Honestly, it's the only way I get laundry done and stay productive. And on days when even that feels like too much, I use what I call micro activation strategies. These are little tools that help me get started when my brain just doesn't want to. One of these is the just 5 minutes rule. I set a timer for 5 minutes and commit to doing the tiniest first step. Sometimes that's just opening my notebook or writing a subject line for an email. That's it. The goal isn't to finish, it's just to start. But what usually happens is that once I'm in motion, I keep going. Another strategy is the Pomodoro method. 20 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break. I like to set clear intentions for each segment, like watch this video or answer 2 reflection questions. The key is to remember to come back after my break. That's where the self-regulation part really kicks in. And here's the truth. It's biology, not behavior. Our brains crave stimulation and reward. When activation feels impossible, it's often because our nervous system is in protection mode, not because we're unmotivated or broken. So the goal isn't to push harder, but to coax ourselves back online. Today, I'm working through an executive functioning course from Connected Pathways Academy, led by Krista Hopp. This course has been instrumental in deepening my understanding of self, which feels ironic because I've been stuck on the time management and procrastination module for, let's just say, it's been a while. So, this is me, activating myself, regulating through the setup, and finally getting through the next part of this module. The video I'm about to watch is about 14 minutes long, and I have a few reflection questions left over from the last lesson. I'll start by answering what I remember, then I'm going to watch, and then I'll finish the rest. And honestly, once I'm in it, the time flies by. When I finished recording this whole session, it took about 39 minutes. So, of course, I'm editing this down to make it smoother to watch, but I wanted to show what real activation looks like. It's messy, it's human, and it can work with a few strategies. Because once you start, your brain often realizes, oh, this isn't so bad. So, thanks for getting started with me. I hope this inspires you to create your own activation routine, something that invites you in rather than forces you forward. What are the tricks you use to get yourself motivated? Thanks for hanging out and watching. See you next time.